Hello everyone, welcome back to my road to 1900 on chess.com. Yesterday we finally achieved our goal of 1800. We played two really good games, and today let's see if we can keep rolling and get closer to 1900. So stay tuned and let's go. Okay, today we're playing the Toro chess. I like to play the Sicilian defense against e4, even though I don't have a lot of theory about this. It's very complex. Okay, he goes for the Baudelaire attack. Okay, he is trying to accelerate his castling on the king's side. Right. I think I am just gonna strike at the center and then, because I want to remove this e4 pawn and play knight f6. So let's see. Okay, this queen moves just really helped me develop my bishop, which I already wanted to play here. Okay, I'm just planning to double my pawns by capturing my knight. I'm just ignoring that and continue my development. Okay, he adds extra pressure on this knight. Um, I'm not worried about sacrificing a pawn to get my king to safety and start launching a counterattack. So I'm just gonna castle. Okay, now he's threatening my rook. I was just going to develop my bishop with a tempo on his queen, since he's behind in development now. He's being really materialistic about it. And I plan to play my rook to c8, so it attacks his bishop next after his queen moves. Okay, here we have to start calculating. One move that strikes me is queen d6, so I can ping his bishop. If he takes my rook, I take his queen. I also have ideas of playing queen e6 with check. So that's what we're gonna do. If it doesn't do anything, I'm gonna bring probably my bishop back to put extra pressure. Okay, so he didn't do anything. Now I'm also checking if this queen check, if I can play this queen check first. I can probably do that. Should prevent him from castling, expecting he would play either king f1 or king f2, probably king f2 to allow his rook to join the game. The problem is if I bring my queen here, I cannot attack his bishop with my bishop. So I think I'm just gonna bring my bishop back. And I don't see how he can defend this. This is the problem when you come too quickly into an attack. Your attack can easily lose its steam. Okay, what I'm gonna do here is I'm considering playing rook e8. Which doesn't look very promising. Takes. Well, let's see. I can just take the queen and bring my rook. So his bishop is effectively trapped. Probably has to play a4. probably play bishop here, and then I'll take, and we're not down material anymore, and I think we have a better position than him. Adding pressure here, threatening to come here to add pressure to this pawn. Also have ideas of playing bishop here. Have to be careful here. Yeah, this move is needed, otherwise he's threatening to trap my rook. Okay, that's just a free pawn for me. Okay, that's a free knight. Now we should be easily winning this game. Okay, so oh, checkmate. Well, that was a good game. Let's play another one. So far, I'm just developing my pieces. I'm not familiarized with this position. Um, just winning a tempo on his bishop and bringing my knight to a more active square. I'm not castling yet, just because I don't know where he wants to go. Trying to open this pawn so my bishop can play. Now that he castles, I will castle as well. Expecting him to play e4. Which then I'll bring my knight to f4 and g6. I'm gonna prevent him from grabbing space on the queen side. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. Wait a second, is that right? This pawn is now permanently weak. I don't think he has the right plan on this position. Can't bring my queen because my pawn would hang. I'll keep my knight here for now. I like where it is. Planning to open the f file with f6 later. It's quite kind of risky, but and now that he weakened his king, I can play this one. Wish that I didn't have my f7 pawn now. Okay, the reason I did that is he cannot expel my rook from here anymore. So I can just pile the pressure on this pawn. Now I'm threatening to take the g4 pawn. I can just continue my attack. Okay, he wants to simplify things, which I am happy to do, because I have a majority on the queen side. And that endgame, this endgame should be better for me. Okay, so now we win an extra pawn. And we are easily winning this endgame. We just need to push. I just need to bring my king and that's it. Nothing he can do here. Just take this. No, just promote another queen and end the game in style. Yay, GG. So we played 2 really good games today. I'm really proud. Let's see how we did on the game review. Let's see. Thank you. What do you think, guys? I think I played quite well this ones. Let's start with the shorter one. I think
nice tactic. You spotted the win and went for it. Good job.
My idea when I'm playing chess is not always about making the absolute best moves in the position. It's about also restricting my opponent's counterplay. So I see that this game it didn't play very well according to the computer. I played like a 50, 100. But let's see where we can improve.
Your opponent went e4, huh? The most popular move in chess history.
So,
whoa, your opponent's going for it with the bishop. Sicilian, but not as we know it.
Gotten, please stop. Okay, this move is unconventional. Oh, it's too fast, the sensitivity here, okay. Okay, computer liked me that I struck in the center here. That's the best move in the position. I had a feeling for that. So I got a strong center, and yes, I developed my bishop. So that's good. Okay, so here in this position it's better to play knight h6, which is a little bit counterintuitive. I guess the idea is the computer wants me to take care of this f5 square and prevent any pushes on the G file. And I castle as a blunder. According to the computer, I should just protected my knight with the bishop here. that was the best move. Anyway, I didn't do that, and then my opponent took, and that gives me an advantage. I'm already winning 3.5. So I took, he took, and I played bishop attacking his queen, which the computer likes it. So far I'm following what the computer recommends me. So he brought his queen to this side, and then I played queen d6, which is not the best move in the position, but still I still on the advantage. He played d3, which I thought was a really slow move. And then I thought about giving a check with the queen, but I end up for the bishop d7 idea, but I didn't calculate it properly. So had I gone queen here, he would have to move his king. Then, I didn't see that. I had an attack here. I didn't see that. It's already mating 13, apparently. So I would have to sacrifice this knight. He cannot take because his queen is pinned. Move here. And then what? Bring the rook. And then he has to give his whole queen. And I don't even take, according to the computer. I play this check first. And after this, still don't take his queen. That's crazy. This line is impossible to calculate. Impossible. Look, this is ridiculous. I don't take his queen still. I just take this pawn, and it's a brilliant move because I'm sacrificing the rook. And then he plays here. I take this pawn. Wow, and now finally the computer wants me to take the queen. And then knight here. King moves. Rook here. This knight is hanging, by the way. And we'll take the knight, probably take with the queen check. King moves anywhere, it's checkmate. Unbelievable that I missed that. Sorry guys for missing that sequence. Yeah. So here, when I played rook f e8, I gave away my advantage almost entirely. Now I'm only 1.6 up. He castle was the best move, and then I took his queen. And my plan here was obviously to try to take advantage that his bishop doesn't have a lot of squares to run. Computer hates it. I think he would be fine had he played probably a4. See, the computer recommends him to play a4, which would have given him a fine game. After I threatened with my rook, he would play bishop here, take, and he takes this pawn on a7. That's what I had calculated. So, when I attacked his bishop, remember that I'm a pawn down at this point in the game. Computer doesn't like it, prefers me to start attacking his pawn chain, which now makes sense to me now. And okay, we took, and now we are equal in material. But computer still likes my position, thinks that I have a slight advantage because my pieces are more developed than his. He has an isolated pawn here that's really weak, and that's my plan was to attack it immediately. So he developed his knight with a tempo in my rook. So I had to protect my rook. And then here, that was a mistake because it allows me to target his pawn. Whoa, no, not really. Okay, computer want me to just shut down the position here so his bishop wouldn't be able to move, because this or he would have to waste a lot of time to protect this pawn before he can move his bishop. Okay, so he didn't see that. Oh, he played the best move to defend, and then I was feeling a little bit stressed about my rook getting trapped here if he played bishop e3. So yeah, my rook wouldn't have anywhere to go. So I said, okay, I have to do something about this. So I better attack. Computer thinks that I would be fine if I had played bishop d8, because then my rook would protect against bishop e3. But anyway, he came for my rook, and that was a mistake. So I took, he took, I took again. And now he makes his final mistake in the game. He played knight capturing the pawn. But that allows me for this static here. So that's what I played. And after that we are up a knight. And that was trivial. The rest, yeah. Okay, not bad. I'll take this one. And the second game, let's see, how was the second game? Where is it? Home. Where are my games? Ah, it's so difficult. Where are my games? Okay, let's review this one. How did I play this game? Okay, I played better this game. Still, I had 3 misses opportunities. I played with 86.3% accuracy. Let's see. Okay, my opponent played d4. I like to develop with nf6, so I have some flexibility. Then decided to go for e6. Sometimes I like to bring my bishop here when he brings his knight. That he didn't, so I just defended to continue my development. But I think even on these positions, the best move is usually to give this check anyway. Oh no, the computer wanted me to target this bishop straight away, which would make him either take it or retreat. Either way, it would leave me with a developed piece, and it would just be wasting his time. So after knight f3, play d5. Computer doesn't like it, want me to play c5, this position, because I have a tactic here that, for instance, if he doesn't capture, if he tries to advance, I can just take with the knight, and I am attacking his bishop. So no, let's go back to the game. So e3, then I brought my knight. He brought his bishop. I defended with my pawn, the center. He brought his other knight. I took, he took. And this is the last move of the book. I played this position 512 times as black, according to the computer here at chess.com. And I have a 42% win rate in this type of positions. So obviously this is not what the computer wanted me to do. If I was reasonable, because I was expecting him to start advancing in the center, and I want to get through his bishop. So he brought his bishop back, it's the best move. Then I kicked out his bishop. He retreated. Computer thinks that white is slightly better in this position. I agree. Control way more space than I do. So I brought my knight to the center, and computer doesn't like it. He castled, I castled, and then he pushed this a3 pawn, and I think the idea was for him to gain space on the queen side, which I tried to shut down, but computer hates the way I did it. I should have tried with the c pawn, so I can target the center straight away, try to create some isolated pawn in the center. Those are some ideas. So I played a little bit passive this game. But now he made a mistake. And I guess I didn't capitalize on this. And why this is a mistake? Why is this a mistake? Okay, so apparently there was a tactic here that I take, he takes, then I take, and I don't understand. Computer is showing this bishop check. Obviously I cannot capture, otherwise his queen would give me a check and then he would capture my queen. So all of this for what exactly? So he would take my knight, I take his bishop, and well, I guess in the end I'm up a pawn, but my position I'm a little bit behind in development, but hey, an extra pawn is an extra pawn, isn't it? So I missed this one, played knight f4, and then he's better. This is a whole pawn better according to the computer. And he followed up with e5, targeting my knight. I brought my knight to the center, and he took my knight. I took it back with the pawn. And that's the best move. Then he took, I took. And now my idea was, okay, this pawn on e5, this pawn on e5 is too advanced. This pawn is a backwards pawn. There's no other pawns that can defend it. So I thought this could be a target as well. So I decided to keep my knight. Computer, well, thinks it's an idea. It's not the best move. The computer wanted me to take his bishop out of the board. Then when he played this, he gave me a little bit more confidence because he was weakening his king castling position. And I was like, okay, the light squares here, he's backing that his bishop can defend, right? And that's why the computer wanted me to probably take this bishop and play bishop h3. I think, is that the best course of option? Yes, see. But then as I thought, okay, there's no way that my queen can infiltrate here, but then here comes the computer plan again to push this pawn and split these two pawns, right? So that's the whole line here. Okay, now Yeah, this would be very pleasant for white to play. I feel like black is in full control here. Although it's not that easy. Uh, I don't have means to attack his black squares. So, right, so he played king g2, attacking my knight. And then I brought my bishop. And here I thought, okay, it's wasting his time coming after my knight. And I completely missed an idea in this position. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. What is the idea? If I take, and then what? And attack this e5 pawn. Yeah, well, I was afraid after rook here, I could have just hidden my queen, and apparently I'm completely fine here. Then he played f3, which was deemed as a great move. I went back with my bishop, and he pushed the wrong pawn. Here the computer wants him to push this pawn and start launching an attack, which makes sense. Or it doesn't make a lot of sense, to be honest. No one would play king h1 on this position. It seems not human at all to me. But yeah, apparently that's how the computer wanted him to continue the attack, and he would have had a winning position had he followed through with this. Okay. So I brought my knight back, and now the game is back to equal. Then I started my plan of targeting e5. And he brought his knight back, and I capture, because now if he captures my knight, I have an extra pawn. So he didn't take my knight. He took back the pawn, and I think he was hoping that I would take his bishop. But computer agrees with me here that it's better to take his knight and start piling pressure on this f3 pawn now. Okay, computer wanted me to slow down a bit and play a c5. I guess to prevent this break here on b4. And now computer wants him to be energetic and start attacking on the king side. I brought my other rook. He defended. Then again, I had the opportunity to play c5, which I didn't. And he brought his king. And at this point, I was like, okay, I can start launching an attack now. And I played this pawn h5 idea. He defended. And here I shouldn't have taken. I should have probably closed the position with h4. Is that? Not really. Don't think this is the right idea. The computer still wants me to play c5 and take away space from his bishop. Right. So he took. Okay. So he should have taken with the other pawn, because now he simplifies things too fast. And I have a majority here on the queen side. You have these 4 pawns against these 2. One of them are even passed pawn, so my king is much closer to this pawn and to this square, and his king is way further away from this pawn and this square. So I simplified. I said, why not? Let's simplify the position. And now it's trivial from here. Just need to, make sure that I don't hang anything. and start pushing your pawns. Which this move he lost another pawn. And here, yeah, I was just thinking I cannot let him push this pawn further because it restricts his king doesn't have a way to enter into my position here, right? The only true this pawn blocks him from using these two squares, and if I had my king here, for instance, there's no way that he can enter my position. That's why this is a simple win. So I just had not to panic in this position. I was like, okay, let's keep pushing. I tried to retreat. I didn't have to go back to e6, but I went anyway. I started pushing my pawns. And then there's nothing he can do in this position. Maybe he was hoping for a stalemate, but I wouldn't give him that today. Oh, okay, apparently there was mating for way faster. If I played bishop h5 and then oh, that's mate. That's already mate. So I missed mate in one again. Well, it's sometimes it's really tricky to miss these mating ones. Yeah, I have lots to improve. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my games. I think I'm playing really well. Now we are at 1864. So hopefully tomorrow on the new year we can start with 1900. What do you think? I'll try my best, I can guarantee, but that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching.